Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing good. And so today we are going to see a very interesting topic, that is microservices versus monolithic. So everyone says move to microservices, it scales better, it's modern, but most systems shouldn't start there. So microservices versus monolith is one of the most debated topics, but the real question is not which one is better. It's when does each make sense. See, monolithic is a single application, one code base, one deployment, everything lives together. It's simple to build, simple to deploy, and simple to debug. Like load balancer, then there is server, and there is on SQL. That's it. You don't have much hectic things. But with microservices, microservices split your system into smaller services. Each services handle a specific function. Deployment independently, their database is different, and it is scaled also independently. It sound powerful, but it comes with a cost. So where do you think that monolithic application breaks that we came up with a microservice? See, for most systems, monolithics are enough. Fast development, no network calls between services, easy debugging, lower operation complexity. That's why most startups begin with a monolithic. But where exactly it breaks as the system grows. Code base is becoming large, deployments becoming risky. Then teams step on each other tasks, then scaling specific part becomes very hard, that you feel the pain that nothing is happening. So these are the reason microservice exist, because microservices solve these problems. There will be independent scaling, independent deployment will be there, clear ownership per team. There will be no stepping on each other tasks. You can scale only the part that needs it. But microservices also introduces new problems like network latency, service to service communication, distributed failures. And here debugging also becomes harder. Deployment pipelines becomes complex, multiple pipelines you will be having for different service. You will be having a different pipeline to run. You need observability. So let's say you have an e-commerce app. So how do you think that e-commerce design in monolithic or microservices architecture? Think about it for a second. So let's see first with monolithic. So in monolithic, your users will be in one, your payments will be happening in one only, orders also will be taken care in using one service. So here let's say if you are placing an order, you have one database. You use DB transaction, and if the payment fails, the order simply isn't created. It's like all or nothing. Either it's fully created or it's nothing. If same thing I'll talk in microservices, there will be a separate user service, there will be separate payment service, there will be different order service. Now think about placing an order here. Means multiple service must succeed here. Failure handling here becomes complex. You have three different databases. Order service creates record DB1, payment service changes the card DB2, inventory service receive the item DB3, let's say. Let's say if step 1 and step 2 succeed, but step 3 fails. You have taken the user money, but you don't have the stock. So here debugging is a little bit tricky, and no doubt their user will be refunded. That is distributed transaction, or some master service will be there that will handle refund, but there will be more debugging. So as a developer, we need to understand that microservices don't remove complexity, they move it from code level to your infrastructure level. So you need to choose wisely when to use monolithic and when to use microservices. So monolithic, when we can go when we have a small team, when we are on early stage, and there are fast iteration matters. And when we need to choose microservices, when system is large, teams are growing, you need independent scaling. So most successful systems start as monoliths. and evolve into microservices. It's not a choice, it's by necessity. When a system grows, you then switch to microservices. So there is not like microservices are not better and monolithics are not worse. It depends on good architecture, depends on context. So as a developer, if you talk about the difference, so here first you can consider is cognitive load, like mental and like understanding the architecture. So monolithic it's high that you must understand the whole app. Microservices is low, only you need to know your service. Then data privacy. Monolithic it's more about shared. Here you can use joins, but with microservices it's a separate join you can't use, or it will be very less if you can use also. Then you use API events, and these are like in encapsulated. Then there is infrastructure, single server, single DB. Here you will be having 10 servers, 10 DB, Redis, cache, multiple. So here monolithic refactoring is easy. You can rename a function. But here with microservices, it will be a nightmare because it will you will not knowing that where it will break if any other place that API is used or any function is used. So last, if I'll talk about security is a major concern, but with monolithic, it's like a one parameter. Here you have one load balancer, one web server that you need to protect. But here in microservices, you move from one gate to doors, hundreds of doors. Every time you create a new service, you create a new network endpoint that a hacker can try to hit. So let's move to the last segment, that is situation based interview questions. So here situation is the distributed monolithic crisis. So we moved to microservices last year, but now we have a problem. Every time we want to add a new field to the order flow, we have to coordinate deployment across the user service, payment service, and shipping service. If we don't deploy them together, the system breaks. So is this a microservices success or failure? How do you fix this tight coupling? So here you need to first identify that it's a distributed monolithic where services are physically separate, but logically it's so tightly coupled with each other. So here solution is event driven architecture. So let's say service A and service B two are there. So instead of service A telling service B what to do, that let's say service A telling his payment service charge this user, but what it does, services simply announces what happens. Hey everyone, an order was created. So here you can include a message, broker, Kafka, or RabbitMQ. So here order service publishes an order created event and it forgets about it. So now the payment or shipping service listens for that event. They can be down, they can be updated, they can be rewritten. It does not matter to the order service. And then second solution will be consumer driven contact testing, like that. So to stop breaking development, you need to make a way to know like if a change will break a neighbor before you push to production. Shipping service, it defines a contract. Let's say that I accept a JSON with ID field. So when the provider order service runs it pipeline, it checks that contract. If they try to rename ID, the build failed immediately. So that's all in this video. In this video I've shown you how when you can use microservices, when you can use monolithic. So I hope you like this video. If you have any doubt, you can comment down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.